Hey y'all, today's a very special episode because we get to talk about a special someone. A special someone. That is Repzion. I was already reacting to this alone, and I realized, wait a second, I was wasting my energy. I should have reacted to this for video for some juicy, juicy, juicy content. You guys are fucked. Alright, guys. So, I'm gonna make fun of this guy for being a complete douche. Repzion, if you didn't know, is just a completely insecure human being who has a whole YouTube channel based off of stalking and harassing people and saying really obvious shit. Uh, the Ice Poseidon thing, I'm not sure if I really agree or disagree with the Ice Poseidon thing, but if one thing's for sure, some of these YouTubers just have these stupid virtue signaling responses where they just have this awkwardly anti-capitalist thing where they just think any involvement of somebody taking money is just a plague. Meanwhile, they're okay with taking money with AdSense and Patreon and things like that. At least an IRL streamer can actually like be interesting when they take donations. They're not just like, oh, thank you for your donation. No, at least sometimes like Asian Andy will actually like do shit and like scary things for it. Not that they're always as interesting as people say. But yeah, Ice Poseidon, I believe, was like, considered the pioneer of that sort of thing. Basically, he took money and I don't know. I feel like he's being given heat that he wouldn't be given if he didn't happen to be a YouTuber.
In order for the investors to make their
Former
money back, what we do is we grow the company to a certain point, and then we have other investors come in, and obviously they invest their money as well, hopefully more than $2 million.
So it's a Ponzi
and then
scheme.
obviously when we get more than $2 million invested,
Yeah,
the other
You could
investors
say
are gonna
anything
know
is a
that.
Ponzi
It's
scheme.
not
Saying something is a
or
Ponzi
pyramid
scheme is
okay.
not a valid
I don't really know how to
counter-argument.
explain it, because I didn't explain that very well. Xcoin is the one to choose. I'm the founder of CXcoin.
Okay, it's already lagging for me.
And I decided to make a community-driven token that I'm personally going to be a part of.
Do you guys remember a Twitch streamer by the name of Ice Poseidon? Well, you see, he was banned on Twitch quite a few years ago, and he did a lot of
You have the worst. You have you have the cringiest hoodie ever.
Overall, I've always
That
thought
is
he
the
was a scummy
cringiest
person.
hoodie you
I
could
never liked the
possibly
dude.
wear
And
ever
it just so
in
happens,
history.
as of yesterday, a video went live on YouTube by CoffeeZilla titled "This Famous Live Streamer
Why?
Stole
And
$500,000
yeah,
from
nose
his
ring.
fan."
Wow,
I'm
you're
gonna show
very
a few
unique.
clips from this video, but I highly suggest
guy is
you
such a
go and
poser.
check out his channel and watch the video. It is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I saw that whole video. CoffeeZilla was acting in this really weird virtue signaling like tone the entire. It's like he tries to get Ice Poseidon to like. He tries to like beat him in the argument, but Ice Poseidon's just so honest to him that he just doesn't have anything on him the whole time. It was really funny. He has this picture of himself when he's being called on Skype or whatever, where he has this picture of himself grinning.
This live streamer stole $500,000 from his fan. Now I'm gonna show a few clips from this video, but I highly suggest you go and check out his channel and watch the video. It is absolutely incredible and
it's not.
extremely revealing and practically
Revealing? No,
undeniable.
they just repeat things that everybody already knew. He doesn't. He doesn't like expose anything in it. He just virtue signals and echo chambers, and that's it. Just like you.
Highlights the issue with Ice Poseidon, this streamer,
Poseidon.
this guy, who not only gloats about fraudulently
Pussy.
scamming and thieving from fans, but this really isn't new stuff from this dude.
Ever
And
notice
quite
they never
frankly,
talk about the
I'm at a
victims
stage where
because
I am
nobody really
shocked
lost much
that this is
money?
somebody who knowingly comes on the internet,
I want to get some
brags
bagels.
about Ponzi schemes.
What do you mean
admits
brags?
to felonies, admits to crime, and
Nope, it's
somehow,
not a crime
someway,
because
he
they'd
still
be in
manages
jail.
To pull investors and convince fans of his to donate him and give him money. The irony
Holy
of all
shit, they
this
gave
is
him
just
money.
a few days ago I made a
That's
video
fucked up,
right
man.
here on what are NFTs.
I would
briefly
rather
discuss
donate to a
little bit of
failed
crypto,
project
digital currency.
that at least had some logic behind it. I mean, I had like heard of it. I certainly didn't assume that it was gonna be a scam, but like, at least that's better than just throwing away your money to a streamer or something.
Ethereum, Bitcoin,
Wow, you're
Dogecoin.
totally
And we've reached this
educated on the
point,
subject,
which I
man.
mentioned in
I
my
totally
last
believe
video,
you.
where a lot of creators, gigantic influencers who are already filthy rich, they're creating their own digital.
How do you know he's filthy rich and doesn't worry about money? It sounded like the exact opposite when he said he wanted to look out for himself and that was why he took the money. And for the record, he took $300,000 for himself. The $500,000 was for the whole company. because he did give out portions, like 200,000 of it to other people on the CX coin, because it was not just purely a scam.
Currencies. And in this case, Ice Poseidon created what's called CX coin. And when he announced this originally,
My God, this guy is so bad at speech. Look at how many like times the clip changes.
Stealing from people. And
He's
well,
like so not
but see,
YouTuber
CoffeeZilla
material.
Puts him in a position, and he admits
Puts him in a
to his
position? Are you
cut.
serious?
There is no debate here.
CoffeeZilla
He
cries
admitted
for
to
20
a
minutes.
crime. He admits what he did.
You want to keep the money that's not yours, that you took from
You
the
already
project,
admitted
even though
it.
you failed to deliver.
I mean, I'm not
Look at
really
this
sure what
guy's
you want me to
tone.
say, but yeah.
I'm trying to like get you to return the money because it's 100% still
Oh my
available,
God.
and you could do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Obviously, first of all, his YouTube streamer career would probably already still be attacked if he did that. Secondly, no, he couldn't return the money. That's not...
Yeah, I could give the money back. It is within my power.
So it's
But I'm gonna look out for myself.
not really,
and
you know...
not do that. You
Yeah.
know, I don't like know what else to say. That's just the most honest answer.
Now, these influencer scams are becoming more and more common, in part because of how easy they are to pull off. Ice Poseidon's scheme apparently took him only 2 weeks of work to set up before he apparently got bored with the project and decided to stop working on it.
And he was
just
also
took
saying that
money.
he was kind of
CoffeeZilla
done with the
even goes
project
as far as to
openly.
really try to hammer in the point in this guy's peanut-sized brain that, hey, you realize that all these people that you scammed with this fraudulent coin that people pump money into and then they extrapolate
That is the
money
worst
out of
hoodie
it
I've ever
and
seen
make
in
a
my
shit ton of
life.
profit. These fans of
Wow, I made a
yours,
shit ton of profit. What a horrible
you're
person.
stealing from them. And a lot of these people aren't rich. They're not wealthy.
Do you know how the average person, like the top 100th CX coin investor only donated like $200 or put like $200? Like, most people did not lose much money in this.
They're investing in something that they think is going to be an investment because they trust an influencer who's promoting a coin that they created, thinking that they're going to get some sort of investment return. And I'm going to put it really straight and blunt here. Do not invest in any YouTuber, streamer,
Okay, well, I can kind of agree with that in some cases.
or content creator's coin,
Never mind, you ruined it.
their digital crypto, whatever that they create. If you do so, you are 99.
What if they are working on hard working on a digital crypto project, and like everybody on the internet have to promote it on YouTube a little? They technically are a YouTuber then, so you're saying that all crypto is bad because YouTube exists.
0.9% probably going to have your money stolen because these people are greedy motherfuckers. They don't
You
care
are
about
a
taking
fucking
money from
idiot.
you, and you need to bat an eye every
Wow,
single
it's very
time
funny.
a coin is created.
You
by
have
a
such a
YouTuber,
high-pitched
streamer, or
voice.
influencer.
You are a little
Greed, money,
boy.
and power with these folks. I don't want any of my viewers being taken advantage of by these people.
What's with all this poser shit? The pink background, the nose ring, the painted nails, like... It's like you're trying to fit into some sort of sub-community, I guess.
Who blast these digital assets, these digital
Wow, you're
coins
so smart. That's
of
just
being
the
this
name, the
profitable
term for
thing
coins.
in which you're going to become rich in the next few days, because chances are that's not going to happen.
Wow, you're so
Now, I
wise.
pleaded with Paul, or Ice Poseidon, to return the money that he stole, in part appealing to the guilt that he was taking money from his fans who were
Guilt?
all
Oh
much
my
worse
God.
off than him. Ice Poseidon's response is that he didn't like how that made him sound. I don't know if you're aware of the
So?
fact that your average fan...
Like, I think Ice Poseidon, I think what he did was wrong, at least to some degree. But, like, maybe he did feel guilty. I'm not interested in, you know, trying to have people just say, oh, you should feel guilty to satisfy our little world views that you can't make any money for yourself. Because that's the thing about these people. They just shame any form of a guy, like, making money for himself and being, like, a businessman. Not to say that what he did was right, but, like, the fact that people have such an approach, like a black and white approach against this, like, they're just asking to make themselves poor with that kind of mentality.
fan has way less money than
They're
you.
just, we are totally trained by the very billionaires that run this world to not be that, because they want to keep us poor and they want to shame us for any form of entrepreneurship or competition.
So you're just taking from poor people. Like, you understand that, right?
Poor people, yeah, wow.
That is definitely not That is not a good way to put it. That's a pretty shitty way to put it, my dude.
Yeah, and he's not just saying that to be defensive. He's saying that because it's just true.
It's
I think it's a pretty shitty thing to do.
From the very beginning, this story shocked me.
That has to be seriously one of the worst responses I've ever heard from somebody. Having a legitimate point shown to them that, hey,
What?
there's people less fortunate out there that you're stealing from who aren't rich and don't have all this money. You're stealing from them. And his response is, oh man, I don't really like the sound of that. Which is so ironic considering that you did this stream right here, Ice Poseidon.
You guys should look into making your own crypto. They make a fucking killing.
That's a cool
But
idea.
of course, you have to make sure your crypto is done well, so your
Yeah.
viewers aren't gonna get like scammed essentially.
We don't want that.
Well, I don't even. How do you use?
So
I don't even know
yeah,
how you make
so
one
what?
good with better blockchain. You don't.
Well, no, you use the blockchain, but your tokenomics. You need to have your token. So the way the coins are distributed is called tokenomics, and you're gonna want to make sure your tokenomics are pleasurable to the people buying.
I thought that was
Because
called
there's
ICO.
two types of developers: people who make the tokenomics so the developer makes money and everyone else gets fucked, or people who make the tokenomics so everyone who buys the coin can make money, and the developer doesn't have any advantage over other people.
And that approach seems like you're gonna get more people involved. So you might end up making more money as the developer there. Anyway.
You would. So there's this thing called rug pulling, and these developers, they could they steal the money. People buy the coin, and then they just steal the money, and then that's it. They close the project, and they just run off with the money. But that's stupid because you could rug pull, and you could make like 100,000 in like one day, or you could invest into your coin and hope people buy it and it grows, and then you could be a multimillionaire. I'll take that chance instead of rug pulling people. That's stupid.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like he took the chance, he tried it, he openly warned people that the project was failing. Not that that's entirely an excuse, but like it does go to show how most of the investors weren't taking it seriously, and if they were taking it too seriously, then that's just their own fault.
Contradiction much? You literally then do
Contradiction much? You just did what you said was bad. Wow, you totally exposed him, man.
exactly what you said that you wouldn't do in a stream.
Wow, you totally got him. Obviously, anybody would say what he just said. But just because that's not the definition of destroying Ice Poseidon argument.
Again, guys, click the link down below and watch Coffee Rozilla's video. I cannot stress you to enough of how well done it is with this type of investigation.
Are you kidding me?
But more people need to be aware of this type of creator greed with anyone who promotes their own crypto coin. Quite frankly,
CoffeeZilla is like a version of Tim Pool that got cucked.
I don't even know how people have still been giving this guy money and investing into this dude, considering that he's one of the most blatant, obvious criminals who gloats and admits.
Oh, believe me, people like you made sure he can't stream on YouTube again, apparently. Yeah, like when he got banned from Twitch because somebody else doxed him on a plane or something like that.
Criminals who gloats and admits what he's doing, and somehow people is it that easy to be a criminal? Is it really that, you know what?
He's not a criminal.
This is my new proposition, guys. Here we go. Proposition, we need a Dennis coin, okay? If I make a Dennis coin, would you guys invest in my Dennis coin?
If there was a
At
community
maybe,
behind
I
it,
think,
sure.
10 cents per share. Would you buy a coin based on this little guy? Come on. Would you do it? Or what about Mara coin? Hello, she's... Would you invest in Mara coin?
At least he has a dog.
What do you think, Mama? Huh? Would they invest in you?
Ugh.
It's very funny.
Heavy, but my point stands. There are legitimate cryptocurrencies to invest your money into, and yes,
Totally,
you can make
bro.
money through them. But I'm gonna say it again
Really?
for the 50th fucking time. Do not invest money in
You've not said anything this entire video. You said nothing.
fraudulent crypto scams, thinking that your favorite influencer has your
We
best
get it.
interest.
You don't have anything to talk about it. It says on his social blade that his subscribers are lowering by 1,000, but that it's up. So that means his rate of subscribers. So does that mean in the past he was losing a ton of subs or something, and now he's just losing less?
Interest to the money that you throw towards them, because chances are they don't, and you're just contributing to people getting rich fast. or they fuck over you, the consumer, the person who puts their trust into some stupid fucking influencer who thinks they're gonna make you money. It doesn't work that way. There's other
You
crazy.
don't have any problem with, you know, just being a YouTuber and taking... Do you have a Patreon? This guy doesn't have a Patreon, does it? Yeah, wouldn't you know it? He has a Patreon.
Is that near the end, CoffeeZilla manages to convince this guy to give some of the money back.
He wasn't going to give all the money back, but he was planning to give a little bit of it back. $155,000. Now, I want to be clear about this. Giving back $155,000 is better than nothing. It's good for the investors who hopefully will withdraw their money as soon as watching this video. But it's so obviously a last-minute Hail Mary for whatever is left of his reputation, it's kind of pathetic. I mean, to be clear, he's still keeping the bulk of the money. I just checked. Ice Poseidon doesn't even seem like he can do that much. After DMing me, I went to the Telegram, and his admin updated everyone and said, we just finished a buyback of over 120 BNB rocket emoji, which is not $155,000. It's only $40,000.
Look, this guy is a scumbag. You really think he's gonna give him $100,000 back out of $500,000? Of course not. No, he gives up $40,000. He only pays $40,000 in return. What type of...
So he gave back some. That's nice.
$40,000 in return. What type of double stand...
Why, if I was a CX coin investor, why would I expect shit? Why would I demand anything like that? I would simply feel like an idiot if I invested a large amount of money in it.
...standard and warped level of ethical thinking do you have in order to only give... You say
Totally
you're
depraved.
like, holy shit, you're admitting to a felony. You've admitted to crime. How is this
What are you talking about, felony?
arrested yet? I don't know.
You just love your centralization, don't you?
You're admitting to a felony.
And so many people are trying to like turn crypto into centralized stuff. They're trying to tax everything. They're trying to track everything.
Say you're gonna give $100,000, you only give $40,000. Like, holy shit, you're admitting to a felony. You've admitted to crime. How is this person not arrested yet? I don't know, guys. It blows me away that, I don't know, maybe it was the way that I was raised, because I was always taught.
Yeah, it's definitely the way you were raised. You were raised in school where they taught you to be a socialist little Nazi.
To create my own Dennis coin or Mara coin out of my animals and have people invest it because they know that I love my animals, and I could potentially make $200,000 in a week's time and steal it. I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Stealing money from people who are less fortunate than you is deplorable. Everybody should be...
Why does it matter so... That's not the way the world works. If you had actually ever tried doing anything like this, just because it doesn't matter who the other person is, or where, or if they're poorer or richer in certain areas or not, which could totally depend on which areas of their finances anyway.
Everybody should be...
Why people should not...
fuck so that he
We get it. You don't get any views. You can't find anything to complain about.
cannot operate or do this ever again and take advantage of people who are less fortunate. Fuck you, Ice Poseidon.
That's it. He has a thanks button? What the fuck? He has a join button. Oh god. And he's the guy who says don't ask for money from poor people.